Afternoon baseball set to come your way on a fine afternoon on the south side of Chicago. Today we wrap up this 4-game weekend series between the Boston Red Sox and the Chicago White Sox. Stay tuned. White Sox baseball is next. Max Fried, the southpaw out of the Golden State, gets the call here. Dan, any thoughts?
Hey, man, we're getting a look at a guy that's really been struggling lately. In his last 3 starts, he has a whip of over 1.50. Lots of base runners, lots of hits, and lots of walks, and that doesn't add up to very good performances. So he's going to look to turn things around in this one here today.
Into the box now, David Peralta. He will lead this one off today. Fouled away.
First pitch, 111.
Swing and a miss. It's 0-2.
That's a well-placed fastball right there, just off the outside. If you can get guys to expand the strike zone and go after that pitch, you're going to have a lot of success. No luck that time, though.
Protecting on 0-2, so we'll do it again. The 0-2 once more is looked at for ball 1. Great afternoon for baseball here. 71 degrees the temperature at first pitch. Fouled off. The next 1-2 pitch. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2.
You can bet these hitters are taking note of what the guy on the hill is working with. A long at bat like this in the first inning can reveal a lot.
He spoils another one, and we'll do it again.
Hey, we all love home runs and gappers, but I love the mano-a-mano right here. 5 foul balls in this at bat. He continues to make this pitcher work.
3-2 now. And he may be a little winded up there after this long at bat, so he'll step out and ask for time. They've locked horns. Here's the next offering. Hit sharply on the ground. And he's going to have extra bases right out of the chute today. And he'll pull into second here with nobody out.
That's what you want your leadoff hitter to do every time. He wastes a lot of pitches, makes the pitcher work, then to cap it off, he drives one for a double. That might be one of the best at-bats we'll see all game long.
Here's the first baseman now, Mitch Moreland. As the first pitch misses to him, it's ball 1. Looking at his career totals, Moreland has a slugging percentage a little over .425, a respectable number. The 1-0. A swing and a miss, strike 1.
Hey, that's just a great mix of pitches right there, and that's what this guy's going to do if he's going to keep this team off balance.
A swing and a ground ball to third. And that's through into left, a base hit. And they'll get it in quickly. It's first and third now with nobody out.
Hey, not a great start for the pitcher right here. Started off with a double, now add in a single, and one of your middle of the order bats is coming to the dish. Man, I don't think this was the start he was imagining warming up in the bullpen.
A dive, but he's back. Standing in now, Aaron Hicks, as he'll look at a breaking ball that misses for ball 1. And they're runners at the corners now. There's a swing and a drive hit well out to right field. Blackmon going back. See you later. Over the wall, a home run. So it's a 3-run shot to straightaway right field. 6th home run on the season for him as the Red Sox have moved out 3-0.
Well, it's obvious they didn't change their scouting report after yesterday's game. He had 2 bombs yesterday and another one today. Hey, this pace can't continue, but he's going to ride this wave as long as he can.
Here's George Springer.
The center fielder, number 5. George.
A swing and a shot hit down the corner. And he just couldn't keep that ball fair as it winds up a long foul ball. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Fastball just misses. That's ball 1. 3 runs already home here. 1 ball and 2 strikes to count. One and 2. Here it comes. Hit in the air down the right field line. And foul. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. And he struck him out. And now here's how the visiting Red Sox line up in this one. Nero, how do they lock up a series victory here on the road?
Ryan.
Are we still a big believer in batting average, Matty? In today's game, I'm more interested in the OPS number. But that's not to take anything away from this offense. They lead the league in batting average, and what that tells me is they're getting a lot of guys on base. There's a lot of guys with some good approaches and good plans today. See if that leads to a bunch of runs.
Behind 0-2 now. And that's a swinging strike 3 in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Dozier is retired. 2 down now.
Batting 5th, the third baseman, Kyle Seager.
Infield in the overshift here. Now the pitch. And it's fouled away. Here's the 0-1. Outside for a ball. 1-1.
Playing 11.
And he fouls this one off. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he pops him up, drifting toward the left side of the infield. And a bit of a high throw that time, but no problem over there at first as they record the out. But the Red Sox push across 3 on the strength of a 3-run home run. Bottom of the first coming up from Guaranteed Rate Field. Boston leads it 3-0. Masahiro Tanaka, the right-hander from Japan, will get the starting assignment in this one. Dan Plesac, what's the word on him?
This guy is known as the road warrior, and you can see why. He's been awfully good on the road this year, so I would expect him to pitch very well in this one here.
At the plate, Elvis Andrus. He'll lead things off here in the bottom half of the first.
For the White Sox, the shortstop, Elvis Andrus.
Here it comes now to Andrus. This is line to left. Peralta is there, and he'll bring this one in. Time now to check the starting lineup card for the Chi Sox in this one. What's the word on them as they try to split the series mark?
Taking a look at this lineup, they're going to have to work the count. That's the key to success right here. They have to find a way to drive this guy's pitch count up and get into that bullpen as quick as possible.
Here to take it is Seager, and that's out number 2.
Batting third, the right
Here's
fielder,
Charlie Blackmon now. No one aboard for him, and 2 gone here in the first. Infield shifted well to the right. Here's the first pitch. Right side and right into the shift. And Moreland will take this one to the bag himself, and the side is retired. So they're held in check here this half of the inning. 1 inning in the books here. Standing in, Homer Munson. He did not play last night, but clearly back in the starting 9 for this one.
One of the keys to securing a win, they want to keep the pressure on and try to build that lead as much as they can moving into the later innings.
He's ready. Here's the 0-1. And it's 1-1. And a fastball not close. It's 2-1 now.
He might still be thrown off from that first inning, guys. He got knocked around pretty good, and that can be hard to recover from mentally sometimes.
2-1 pitch is a fastball swung on and missed. 2-2. And that misses there, so he runs the count full now. On deck, the big bat of Mike Zunino. Count is full. Here's the pitch. And that misses for ball 4. So it's a leadoff walk here to start the second.
That was a great battle right there. He tried to get him to chase, but he laid off some really tough pitches and got a walk. Got to tip the cap to the batter that time.
At the plate, Mike Zunino. First chance for him here with a man on following the leadoff walk. And he'll step off the rubber and go to first. And he'll get back in safely. And another snap throw to the bag. And the runner back safely. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. Outside target here, and he hits it for strike 1. Zunino, the former Seattle Mariner, he was acquired via trade last year.
I know he'd tell you he'd like to be playing a little bit better, but I think it's as advertised for this ball club right now. I think the manager is getting exactly what they expected.
And he has to dive, but he's back in easily. A pause and the 0-2. Didn't threaten the zone there. Looked like it might have actually popped out of his hand a little early.
Basic pitching right there. 0-2 fastball up and out of the zone. Change the eye level. Now time to go to that curveball down and away.
Just hung in there on that one. Now a throw over to first, and he'll dive back in. Just the second inning, but already 37 pitches to this point. And a changeup swung on and missed for the first out. Stepping in, Brian McCann.
The designated hitter, Brian McCann.
First pitch on its way. Pitch inside the throw. And it's far too late as he steals second with ease.
It's not easy to steal on a catcher that has a good arm, but he did just that and beats that throw into second base.
Munson leads off second with one gone in the inning. Inside, and he falls behind the hitter now. 2-0. Now the 2-0 home. Hit hard on the ground to third. On to first, and McCann is retired here for route number 2.
Now batting.
Digging in, David Peralta, runner in scoring position with 2 gone. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Lifted down the line in left. Acuna sprinting after it. He's there to make the play, and that'll retire the side. 1 left for the Red Sox, but they're on top by a count of 3-0. Here's the third baseman, Josh Donaldson. In past meetings with Tanaka, he's got 5 base hits in 34 tries. He also has 1 home run. Fouled away. Well, these Red Sox entering play here this afternoon. They've got to be considered the hottest team in baseball right now as they come in winners of 9 of their last 10 ball games.
What an opportunity to get a chance to put our eyeballs on one of the best teams in baseball right now. This team has played so well. Their manager has been on point. Every move he makes is working. Timely hitting, great defense, good bullpen. The starters have been on point. This is going to be special. Swung on and lifted in the air to left center. In there, a base hit. He was able to spit on that first slider right there, guys, but he didn't let the second one go. Able to execute and drive the baseball.
From the stretch. Swinging a grounder fouled off to the left. Here's the 0-1. And he's really getting the better of him now. It's strike 2.
As a hitter, you know the pitcher's trying to work you down around the knees in a double play situation, so making him get a pitch up and actually in the zone is a must.
Slowly hit to first. I don't think they can get 2. To second for 1. Return throw not in time, and that turned into a closer play than I thought it would at first sight. Next will be the designated hitter, Zach Cozart, and he's carrying a batting average of just over 300, so clearly he's been a productive player with the bat in his hand so far. Hit out towards second, and that's through for a base hit. And that runner will go no further than second as there are 2 aboard now.
Boy, that's one of the, I guess, the advantages of hitting with that hole between first and second base, D-Roll. First baseman has to hold that runner on. That leaves that right side wide open.
Yeah, and credit the batter right there. Nice piece of hitting right there. Not trying to do too much. He took a look at the defense and saw where it was aligned and tried to beat him.
Here's the young catcher, Wilson Contreras. 0-1 the count. Got him out at his front foot. It's 0-2. Abreu at second. Cozart at first. 1 gone. 1-2 to the White Sox catcher, Tanaka. A right-hander standing 6'3", is as of right now the leading vote getter among starting pitchers in the American League, and deservedly so.
Yeah, Matty, not surprised this guy is on the top of the All-Star game voting, but you have to take a step back. This is being voted on by the fans, so I can't imagine how he feels to be voted in by his fans to start in the All-Star game right now.
And the slider gets him swinging. 2 gone. Here's Jurickson Profar. 2s all over the place. 2 on, 2 out, and of course here in inning number 2. No balls and a strike to count. Oh, he had him fooled there. No balls and 2 strikes. 2 down, runners at first and second. And a sinker there, swung on and missed for out number 3. Digging in for his second at bat, Mitch Moreland. He singled his last time up.
Mitch Moreland.
Swung on and missed for the first strike.
Yeah, Matty, he's very late on that first pitch. I got to think he was guessing off speed.
Swing and a miss, and he's in control. 0-2.
Looks to me like he's trying to make adjustments pitch to pitch up there at the plate, but he's looked completely thrown off so far. Late on the first one, way out front on the second.
Popped up. Andres is there. Makes the play, 1 away. And look there at the standings from the AL Central as you see where the White Sox find themselves coming into today's action. So digging in now, Aaron Hicks. He went deep in his first at bat. We'll see what he's got in store for us here.
And that's been the entire offense so far in this one. They've been shut down other than that.
Hicks has played well this season, and he's received a good amount of support in all-star balloting as a result. He's 3rd among right fielders coming into today, so we'll wait and see if he ends up getting an invite to the festivities.
Yeah, and you don't want to leave it up to a manager's decision. You want to get in based on the fan vote, and he has a chance to do exactly that if he can make a late push as we head towards the Midsummer Classic.
Boy, this guy's off to some kind of series, and he's one of the better road hitters in all of baseball.
Yeah, and some guys just have a knack for lighting it up on the road, getting that good night's sleep, and finding a way to get to the yard early and work on their craft.
Hicks running from first. Poor base running there. Got him caught in a hot box between first and second. And they will tag him out between first and second. And whatever that was, it backfired, and there are 2 away.
Clearly, he was just a little too anxious to break for second that time. He jumped early, and the pitcher did a nice job of just stepping off the mound and then dealing with the play from there. Sometimes you'll see a guy flinch and balk the runner to second on those types of plays.
This should end the inning as it's sent out to second. And indeed it will. He throws him out at first, and the side is retired. 1 hit in the inning, but that gets erased. We'll move on to the bottom of inning.
Welcome back. As the White Sox look to get the offense going in the third, this is a lineup that has had its struggles this season. At the start of the day, they ranked towards the bottom of the league in both on-base percentage and runs scored. As one player put it, it's been a frustrating year because we feel we have a lot more ability than we're putting out right now. Another hitter told me they're working every day on having more disciplined at-bats, hoping that leads to better counts to hitting. We'll wait and see if the adjustments lead to results as the season progresses, guys.
Okay, thank you, Heidi. Now batting,
fielder,
Melvin Rodriguez, and he really thrives in the batter's box here at home. Something to keep an eye on in this one.
Hey, we're still in the early stages in this one. They're only down by a couple of runs, but it's really key for this leadoff guy to try to get on and get a big inning started.
To first, Moreland's there, and he'll step on first for the out, 3 unassisted. Well, it's still early, but it's also worth noting that he'd be in line for the win if this keeps up as we take a look at the league leaders in games won this season. And as you can see there, he's part of a flat-footed tie for the AL lead. One out here in the Chi Sox third, and it's back to the top of the lineup now for Elvis Andrus. First delivery to him on the way. Good slider there, gets a swing and miss.
Well, they've really had an answer for keeping him in check in this series. He's offered very little resistance with the bat in his hand so far.
And a good pitch there as this ball swung on and popped straight up the chute right around home plate. And he'll stay with it to put it away as they get their man here for the second out. So bases are empty here with 2 gone, and that'll bring up the always dangerous Ronald Acuna Jr. Popped high in the air. Munson moving to his left, and the inning is over. 1, 2, 3 go. The start of the fourth upcoming, but first Heidi Watney is standing by with a report.
Well, Matt, I talked with manager Alex Cora during the break about his thoughts on the Red Sox hitters to this point. And overall, he's really happy with the at-bats they're putting together. They've been able to push across 3 runs to this point, but they've also made the opposition work extremely hard. He's thrown a lot of pitches, and they think they're going to have a good opportunity to push across a lot more runs as he tires or as they get into that bullpen.
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks.
The second baseman, Brian Dozier.
First pitch hack in here, and that's the first strike. Little tardy on that swing as it's well wide of first. Trying to send him packing for the second time. Oh, a fastball swung on and missed, and for the second time today, he's gone on strikes. Here's the third baseman now, Kyle Seager, comes into this at-bat 0 for 1 in the ballgame. First pitch of the at-bat. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike.
I like that he used the curveball to get ahead there. That's a tough pitch to hit in this lefty-lefty matchup. So if you can get it over the plate on the first pitch, it can be pretty effective.
Acuna will range to his left as he tracks this one down in left center for the second out of the inning.
Homer.
Now at the plate, Homer Munson. He drew a walk his first time up. And he throws the fastball by him here, 0-1. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
He's attacking this hitter a lot more aggressively than he did the first time when he faced him and issued a walk. Coming right after him here.
Andrus has it. And a close play at first, but he's called out and the side is retired. Red Sox go down 1-2-3. They lead it 3-0. Ready now for the White Sox. Charlie Blackmon 0 for 1 for him here in this one.
The right fielder, Charlie.
In there, strike 1.
Not an easy thing to do to fill up the strike zone and be successful doing it. How about this guy so far in this one? 100% of his first pitches have been for strikes.
Blackmon or Chuck Nasty as he's commonly referred to. He was selected in the 7th round back in the draft of 2019.
Man, coming out of the late rounds, you have to grind for everything. Nothing is given to you. And this guy has turned himself into a very solid big league ball player. That's a big accomplishment.
First pitch of the at-bat on its way. Fastball catches the black there for a called strike. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. A 1-1 count now to Donaldson. Yep. 1-2 now. Hit down the line at first. Moreland is there, and he'll step on first himself for the out.
Now batting, first baseman.
So there are 2 gone now in the White Sox 4th, and one of the more prolific RBI men in the league the last few years, Jose Abreu, will bat next. Splitter swung on and missed. 0-1.
I mean, this is the classic case of ambush tactics at its finest, but this is getting a little ridiculous. I'd like to see some of these guys in the lineup work the count a little bit and find themselves on base and maybe drive this guy's pitch count up.
Swing and a miss on the slider, and he's quickly behind 0-2.
You go down 0-2 to a guy with this type of arsenal, man, you got to step out of the box, clear your head, and just fight.
Good job to spoil that one away, and he stays alive. Ready with another 0-2. And another foul ball. No runs, 2 hits, and no errors so far for the White Sox. Got him swinging on the splitter that time, and with that, the side is retired. Down in order go the White Sox. They trail in this one 3-0. Here now is Mike Zunino. He'll get his side started in the inning, and Dan, so far they've been stifled offensively since the first inning.
Boy, they sure have, Matt. They came out of the gates and got hot right away, but whatever was going for them pretty much has disappeared. We'll see if they can wake it back up.
Behind on that one, now behind in the count, 0-1. A ball and a strike to Mike Zunino. A couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Hot shot to third and handled for the first out.
Now batting, designated hitter, Brian McCann.
Stepping in, Brian McCann. He's 0 for 1 after grounding out in his only trip to the plate so far. First offering on its way. Well above the letters with the fastball that time. 1 out, nobody on. A ball and a strike to Brian McCann.
We're playing 11. 1 ball, 1 strike.
Fooled with the curveball there, and it's strike 2. Got him swinging. Chased it well out of the zone, and there are 2 gone.
I think that curveball is a big reason why he's able to turn things around in this start after a rough beginning. It's got some good bite to it. So that tells me he's doing a nice job of snapping it off out front. Really finishing that pitch like you're supposed to.
Into the box now, David Peralta. He'll swing and lift the ball foul off to the left and out of play. He's working on a 1 for 2 game so far. Here's a late swing and a miss, strike 2. And a wasted pitch there, 1-2.
You know, Matty, I'm not surprised by that pitch. Raise the eye level a little bit. Maybe we get something bouncing in the dirt right here.
Swing, and he popped him up over in foul territory back behind third. And this is going to wind up a foul ball. Here he comes again, 1-2. Waved at and missed for the third out. Not much of a chance at hitting that one in the. Welcome back for the bottom of the fifth. Here's Heidi Watney.
Thanks, Matt. I had a chance to talk with White Sox manager Rick Renteria between innings about his thoughts on his lineup's performance. And he mentioned they need to show a lot more patience with their at-bats moving forward. It's been a struggle for them to get anything going. And he said they just seem way too anxious right now. The numbers back that up, too. They've swung at the first pitch more than 70% of the time in this game. So their focus going forward is to be a little bit more relaxed and willing to let the at-bats come to them. Matt?
Good stuff, Heidi. Thanks. Swung on and missed. It's 0-1.
Hey, I never want to take an offense's aggression away, but they've been swinging at a lot of pitches early in the count. Find themselves down. I think they need to regroup, have a meeting in the dugout, and figure out a way to maybe look at some pitches.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Another 0-2 coming. Swing and a foul tip, but that's held onto behind the plate. It's a strikeout for out number 1. So another exceptional effort for him on the mound. He's got the shutout working here, as we'll show you the league ERA leaders. And as you can see there, he currently leads the AL in that department. So the base is empty here with one away. And stepping up to hit next, the catcher Wilson Contreras. First pitch of the at-bat. Late that time for a strike. Contreras, a Venezuelan-born ball player. He was taken in the second round back in the draft of 2019.
Yeah, Matty, they certainly got it right when they drafted this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Everybody knows this guy's name, and kids are buying his jerseys.
Good bite to that sinker as he gets him to swing through it for out number 2.
2 up, 2 down on strikes in this inning. He looks really sharp out there, guys.
Jurickson.
Ready now, Jurickson Profar. And Dan, it seems like this starter is just dominating the game right now. Feels like we're seeing a lot of 3 up, 3 down innings.
No doubt about that, Matt. Hey, I've enjoyed watching him go about his business, but I'm also interested to see if this offense can figure out a way to get a couple of cracks in his armor before it gets too late.
Yeah, that remains to be seen.
Fans, it's still only May, but summer will be here before you know it. So there's no better time than the present to make sure you'll be part of the action this summer with a full or partial season ticket plan. Don't miss out. For information, stop by any stadium window and say hello to one of our friendly ticket agents. They'll find the plan to suit your needs. Fans, it's time to upgrade someone from the cheap seats to the best seat in the house, courtesy of MLB The Show. All right, time to draw the name. And here we go. Our winner is Kurt Kellenberger. I hope I'm pronouncing that correctly. Congratulations, Kurt. You and your family can move down to 4 seats behind home plate. Again, courtesy of MLB The Show.
First pitch coming. Here it is. Good slider there. Gets a swing and miss.
Well, he's done a great job on the hill throughout this game, and it's something to be proud of anytime you can pitch a good game in this ballpark, especially when it's not your home ballpark.
Tanaka sets his sights. Here's the 0-2. That's out to left. Does he have another 1-2-3 inning? You bet he does. 11 in a row set down, and the inning is over. 1-2-3 go the White Sox. Still down 3-0. Taylor Williams takes over to start the sixth inning on the mound. Striding in, Mitch Moreland. He singled in 2 trips to the plate thus far. Here's the first pitch to him. Skied into straightaway right. Blackman is under it. And he hauls it in for the first out of the inning. Aaron Hicks will stand in, and as he does, we'll flash you back to the first inning of the ball game. A 3-run shot had him off and running right out of the gate. Lays off 1-0. And some stirring now in the White Sox bullpen as it looks like a right-hander's up and throwing. The 1-0 is laid off for ball 2. Williams, a native of Washington, the Evergreen State. He was selected in the 19th round back in the draft of 2019.
I know this guy wouldn't go into the category of superstar, but to grind out the career he has being drafted where he was, my hat's off to him.
Bases are empty, 1 man out. No. 2-1 pitch is a fastball off the plate away, and it's 3-1 now. George Springer waits on deck. Fouled off. The 3-2 pitch. Lifted down the line in left. And this will wind up a foul ball. Another full count pitch on its way. Hit out towards second. And that's the second out. 2 men are gone now in the Boston half of the 6th. And former World Series MVP George Springer bats next. Off the plate and low here, ball 1. And he misses again, 2-0.
Back-to-back pitches, they've gone away. Do you tell yourself as a hitter he wants to come in right here? I don't think so. I think he's trying to find that outside corner and adjust accordingly.
And this will ricochet off of him on the mound. And they'll have no play as he reaches first base safely. And with that play over now, time to check and see if our man is all right. You can really see him favoring that leg. And that is his plant leg, which is always a concern. But from the way he's acting out there, I think it looks like he's going to be okay to try and continue. Into the box now, Brian Dozier, 0 for 2 here to start the afternoon. First things first, here's a throw over, and he'll dive back in safely. Perhaps wisely, another look to first. And a dive, but he's back. First pitch of the at-bat. Taking off is Springer. The bouncer to the left side. And the throw just does beat him at the bag, so the side is retired. Red Sox lead 1, but they lead it 3-0. Stepping in and ready for another shot, Melvin Rodriguez. He'll start things out in the 6th for a lineup that really hasn't found its groove in this one.
Yeah, only 2 hits so far, Matt, and not very many hard hit balls either. We'll see if they can start making some adjustments.
And the pitch. And he's way off balance with the swing there.
Hey, as an offense, you do your homework, you scout. He hasn't been using that pitch an awful lot. I say you just throw that out. If he's going to flip that occasionally for a strike, then so be it.
And he falls behind 0-2. The windup and the 0-2 pitch. Fouled straight back. 0-2 count. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on the slider, and that's out number 1. Another strikeout for him on the mound, and boy, is it fun to watch him go about his business.
No doubt, Matty. He's one of my favorites, mostly because of his stuff. You know, he can absolutely dominate on any given day because of what he offers up there. It's just nasty. There aren't many hitters that like to see this guy on the mound.
Here's Elvis Andrus now as he takes a cold strike at the knees. It's 0-1. He's hitless in his 2 at-bats so far. And it's fouled away. Hit on the ground down the first baseline, but this will wind up foul. Still 0-2. The 0-2 once more. Still no balls and 2 strikes. 1 out, nobody on. And now a slider in there for a called 3rd strike, and there are 2 gone now. And here's Ronald Acuna Jr. now. 2 pop outs for him so far, so he'll look to stay through 1 here. Good slider there, and he gets ahead of him 0-1.
I know you're standing on the mound. You got 2 quick outs right here, but you have to respect the fact that this lineup can hit you and hit you in a hurry. Number 2 hole batter up at the plate. He has a chance to get on and get the big boys up.
There's a swing and a high deep drive headed for the right field corner, and that nearly would have gotten him on the board. Instead, it's a long foul ball, and he struck him out, his 8th punch out of the ball game, and that one ends. Back here on the south side of Chicago, Red Sox on top in this one as we get set for the 7th. But first, here's a look at our game summary to this point.
The third baseman.
Here's the first pitch to him.
Seager.
Too high, 1-0. And he fouls this one off. The 1-1. And right into the shift. Andrus fields it cleanly. And the throw to first is in time, so the leadoff man is gone here to start inning number 7.
Now batting, the shortstop.
Striding into the box, Homer Munson. He's 0 for 1 thus far. No balls and 1 strike. Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. On the ground to the left side. Donaldson's up with it. Throw just in time as they get him by an eye. And I thought this might happen based on how close that play was. They're looking at the replay in order to make a decision on challenging the out call on the field.
Yeah, definitely one of those bang-bang plays. And looking at it right here again, I still don't know if I can tell for sure. Going to be interesting to see what they decide to do here.
So here's the signal from the bench, and they will indeed ask for that play to be reviewed. So the umpires will get on the horn with the replay operations center in Manhattan and attempt to get a definitive answer on this play. Stepping in now, Mike Zunino. Fouled away. No hits to this point. Pitch on its way now to Zunino. Had him reaching at thin air that time, and he's very quickly down 0-2.
Hey, that's a really good pitch right there, and that's one of those off-balance swings. As a pitcher, you want to look in and say, howdy.
A swing and a miss. That retires the side, and that will... Ready for another chance? Charlie Blackmon. He starts off the inning against a guy who struck out the side last inning. How do they get to him here?
I'm not sure, Matt, that they want to stay as patient. He's been throwing a lot of strikes. They might want to start swinging a little bit earlier in the count.
And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1.
You know, he's one of their guys they rely on to get their offense going. They need a rally, so we'll see if he can spark one here.
And he pulled up in time, but it's a called strike 2. Heading out toward shallow right. Hicks is under it. Makes the play, 1 away.
Now batting.
And now here's the cleanup hitter for the White Sox, Josh Donaldson. 1 for 2. He's singled and grounded out so far. 0-1 the count. A swinging strike, and now it's 0-2.
The 7th inning is one of those innings when you might start seeing some warning signs from your starters that they're reaching the end of their rope, but that's not the case here. He looks really solid to me.
He froze him on the fastball there. Josh Donaldson becomes the second out of the bottom of the 7th.
This guy is really locked in on the bump right now. He's just playing good old-fashioned hardball right now, just rearing back and letting it go. And it seems like this lineup, they don't have an answer for anything he's bringing so far.
There's a good fastball on the outside corner as he'll take a look at strike 1.
Hey, it's really hard to pitch a gem, and what helps? This guy's first pitch strike percentage, how about 100%? Can't get any better than that.
Looking to punch him out again. The pitch. Might have been looking to find that outside corner, but he couldn't quite get it there. It's 1-2.
Pretty good discipline right there with 2 strikes. That's a tough sweeping slider. Not many guys lay off that pitch.
Still 1-2 as he fouls it away. Ready on 1-2. And he will strike him out. 10 now in the ball game, and the inning is over. Down in order go the White Sox. They trail it here 3-0. Tyler Olson has been summoned from the bullpen as he'll do so to start the 8th.
For the White Sox.
So stepping in, Brian McCann. No hits in 2 trips to the plate for him in the ball game. And now pitch on the way. Fouled off. Olson has a good reputation for preventing the long ball. One swing can change the complexion of the ball game when you're coming in late, but he rarely lets that happen. Part of what makes him as effective as he is. Rodriguez will call this one as he comes in to put it away for the first out. So the batting order turns over now and set to go David Peralta. He'll look to bounce back after striking out his last time up. And he waves at a curveball there. No balls and a strike. Action in the bullpen now as a right-hander begins to throw out there. Swing and a miss, and he's quickly in the hole. 0-2.
Got him to chase after the curveball below the zone there. That was a really nice pitch, and it can be a really tough one to lay off of as a hitter.
And this is swung on and missed. 2 are quickly retired to start inning number 8. Now digging in, Mitch Moreland. It was a flyout for him in his last trip. Big swing, but a little dribbler here to the right side of the mound. Throw over to Abreu is in time, and with it the side. To the plate now is the designated hitter, Zach Cozart. He leads off their half of the 8th, and they've been unable to get that starter out of the game to this point.
Yeah, he settled in early on the mound, partly due to the lead his guys gave him to take some of the pressure off. He's taken that and pitched very effectively in this one.
And the throw forces him to lay out for that one, but he keeps a foot on the bag to record the out. And he got him out in front that time. Strike 1.
The difference between 0-1 and 1-0 is so monumental, and this guy has been on top of his game all day, attacking the zone and getting ahead of these hitters.
Behind 0-2 now. Pitch on the way. And he just gets a piece there as this is chopped foul. Now another 0-2. Another one sent foul. Here's another 0-2. Struck him out. Struck him out again, I should say. His third punch out of the game.
He's really racked up the strikeouts in this one. And this guy's been victimized 3 times already today. He and this lineup are clearly having a really tough time picking him up.
Digging in once again, Jurickson Profar. 2 away here in the 8th, and time's running out on him, Danny.
Yeah, they don't have a lot of outs left to work with, so it's time for someone to make something happen if they're going to get back into this thing. Boy, they've been just getting shut down right here. Been a while since they've even had a runner on, so I think it's time to start looking.
Well, and he has some trouble with it, and the recovery won't be in time as he'll beat the throw to first.
Infielders are taught from the time they hold the glove that you've got to play the ball and not let the ball play you. You can see here that this one just ate him up, and he couldn't recover in time.
Oh, that one got the pitcher. Now at the plate, Elvis Andrus, and his guys are looking to erase that donut on the scoreboard with a runner in scoring position.
Yeah, Matt, they've been really shut down so far in this one. They've had runners on base, but haven't been able to string anything together.
Tanaka is under it near the mound. No trouble with this one, and the inning is over. Felipe Vasquez enters the game from the pen, and because this is a non-save situation, it's evident that they're just trying to get him some work after having not thrown in several days.
Yeah, and this is all about just getting him some work, guys. He hasn't had a chance to come in and close the game out for several days now, so they're just hoping they can keep him sharp and give him the chance to pitch in a real game situation here.
Swing, line drive. That's going to be trouble. Around first, digging for 2.
You'd think they'd stop pitching to this guy by now. He's been torching them all weekend, and he stays hot here with another extra base hit. They'll be happy when this series is over, so they don't have to deal with this dude anymore.
Pickoff move to second. Don't want to forget about it. And he'll turn and throw back to second again, keeping particularly close tabs on him. Getting a few steps off a second there. Now the pitch. Well behind that fastball. It's a swinging strike. A ball and a strike. Vasquez stands 6'2" and throws from the left side. He was a first-round pick back in the draft of 2019.
Yeah, Matt, you cannot miss on your first rounder, and they didn't with this guy. He has turned himself into an absolute superstar. Hey, he looked like he was a little bit out in front on that breaking ball right there. The body can go a little bit. If he was able to keep his hands back a little bit, he might have been able to do some damage with that pitch.
Now a swing as he shoots this down the right field line. And this is a fair ball as it'll make its way toward the 335 sign. Tack on another here as the runner scores from second. That makes it a 4-0 ball game.
Second base. Clichés are around for a reason, and that hit right there is the reason they say baseball is a game of inches, right? Just barely fair, but that's not much consolation for the guy standing on the mound. Nice RBI 2-bagger.
Here's Brian Dozier now as he will look at a first pitch fastball for ball 1. He's hitless in 3 at-bats to this point. Seared down the first baseline. And a reach, but it's by him as he couldn't quite get to that ball. He pulls into second safely as a run will score on the play as well.
Up next for the Red Sox.
As we look again at that double here, you can see that he was thinking too right out of the box. Smashed it down the line, and that was some great hustle to beat the throw to second to earn himself a double.
In now, Kyle Seager, as he'll get caught chasing a bad one there at strike 1. He could really use a knock here. 0 for 3 in the game so far. A throw behind the runner at second, and the runner will get back standing. Seager behind with an 0-2 count.
Hey, you got a runner in scoring position. It only takes one. I know he was out in front on that off-speed pitch right there, but this pitcher cannot get cute and leave something over the heart of the plate.
0-2 is a fastball that misses inside. 1-2 now.
That's the kind of pitch that reminds me of many reasons why I wasn't a very good hitter. This thing was inside and coming in hot, and he just gave a stone-cold take. I'm bailing out of the way if I'm in the box, no doubt about it.
And this is swung on and missed, and boy, they took care of a key man there. One away. So striding forward now, Homer Munson. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time. He's ready. Here's the first offering. Grounded back up the middle. Andrus to his left. He's there. And boy, just about overshot his man at first, but he's able to keep a foot on the bag over there, and that's out number 2. So coming to the plate, Mike Zunino. Although there are a couple of bases open, and we'll see if they think about working around him. Now a good pitch around the knees, but it doesn't quite catch the bottom of the zone. Hit the other way out toward right field. Blackmon is under it, and that retires the side. Stepping into the box, Ronald Acuna. And Dan, what's gone wrong for this lineup today? They're only 3 outs away from being shut out.
Well, you know, I just haven't seen a lot of fight in these at-bats. Now, of course, plenty of credit goes to that pitching, but the effort on the offensive side has been pretty lethargic watching from up here in the booth, Matt.
Yeah, I would imagine it feels the same from watching in the stands in this one.
I know he got a swinging miss right there, but that was a hittable location to a really good hitter. I don't know if he gets those back if he continues to miss in those spots.
Still a ball and 2 strikes. Another 1-2 delivery. And he's just rolling right now, and even dozen strikeouts for him in the ball game. In now Charlie Blackmon, not providing much out of the 3-hole in this one. Hitless in 3 at-bats so far. And he just keeps rolling along as he starts another batter out with strike 1.
Hey, that was a nasty pitch right there. It's the depth of his sinker. Sometimes it's a matter of whether or not it's moving east-west, but that one right there had such good downward action. Great pitch.
And a half-hearted attempt that time, but they'll say he broke the plane, and that's out number 2.
Fooled him just enough with that pitch to get him to go around, according to the umpire. Sometimes it can be really tough for these big, strong guys because once they're committed to swinging, it's hard for them to slow their swings down, and that appeared to be the case there.
So here's the cleanup hitter, Josh Donaldson. He's their last shot here with 2 away in the 9th as they look to avoid the shutout.
Yeah, Matt, they just haven't had any answer for the great pitching so far in this one.
Lays off the sinker here, a ball and a strike. Swing and a miss, and they're up against it now as they're down to their final strike of the afternoon.
He's 1 pitch away from striking out the side, but even more than that, to throw a donut up after your offense put up some runs.
And he'll put this one away, and with that, the ball game is over.
Yeah, and we knew he was in a groove from the first inning, and he just kept this thing rolling and rolling and rolling. They couldn't get anything going against him. A dominant performance with a complete game shutout.
5-0 the final score today. The Red Sox hosted a 3-run first to propel them to the win. Masahiro Tanaka earns his 8th victory of the season, and it's a dandy, a complete game, 3-hit performance. So that just about does it for Mark DeRosa, Dan Plesac, Heidi Watney, and our entire crew. I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, make your way over to theshownation.com.